FANatic.
Hi, I'm Rashid. We're here in Arlington, Texas to surprise my sister, Miriam, who's been chosen by MTV's FANatic to meet and interview Madonna in New York City. Come on.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. We're here in Chicago. We're about to surprise my sister, Ellen. She has no idea that she was chosen by MTV's FANatic to meet and interview Rupert Everett in New York City.
Miriam! Miriam! You've been chosen by MTV's FANatic!
We're at the bookstore where she works. We're about to surprise her. She's behind the register right now. Let's go get her. Ellen, you've been chosen. Oh my God! Oh my God, no!
FANatic.
You sent in your videotape to FANatic. You were chosen. Now meet your inspiration.
Madonna, if I have to ride this beast all the way to New York City, it's what I'm gonna do to meet you.
I'm going to spend the night in this cemetery to prove to you how much I love Rupert Everett. It's cold, it's dark, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Looking back at everything I've learned from Madonna, the main thing has to be independence and self-respect. She's such an individual. She's redefined this music industry, and she's made this amazing career for herself. If you really, really have a strong belief in yourself, anything is possible. When she first started out, she had nothing. She could have called it quits and gone back home, but she said, no, I'm gonna do this. And look at her now. She's been so unbelievably successful. She's totally redefined fame, and she has left an amazing mark on this music industry. She's a total chameleon. Every look I've seen suits her, but at the same time, she looks like a totally different person. And now looking at her look progressing over the years is so much more natural and seeming as herself. And she looks incredible. My favorite look would have to be right now because it doesn't look faceted or made up. It's just her own natural beauty coming through.
I became a Rupert Everett fanatic after I saw him at my best friend's wedding. Rupert totally stole the show.
What?
He was such a good friend to Julia Roberts in the movie. Rupert always told her the truth.
Yes, Jules, you are not the one.
He was always there for her whenever she needed him.
You have a small but distinct window of opportunity to do the right thing.
Just the ideal friend. I want a friend like Rupert's character, George, in my best friend's wedding.
When I first saw Truth or Dare, I was really pleased because I felt like that was the only moment I could ever see like the behind-the-scenes real Madonna. You know, every time we see Madonna, it's the edited version. It was just uncut. It was her, whatever she was feeling at that moment.
Halfway through Bands of the Groove, the monitors went off on stage. I cannot hear myself. And he's just standing there like he doesn't know what's going on.
I am Madonna's #1 fan. MTV is flying me to New York to interview her. Can I play a little Truth or Dare with you?
Sure.
Truth or Dare?
Let's try the dare.
I dare you to spaz a dance from her Ray of Light video.
To do what?
I dare you to scream, come on girls, do you believe in love? Come on girls, do you believe in love? Strike a pose and vote.
In Vogue?
Greetings, Inspector.
Inspector Gadget came out this summer. That was Rupert Everett's movie for the summer. And I wanted to go see it with my friends. No one wanted to see it with me because they're just like, it's a kid movie. It looks really lame. Why do you want to see it? But I'm just like, it's Rupert Everett's new movie. I have to see it. Come on.
Get my tuxedo ready.
So I ended up seeing it alone. I was the oldest person in the theater who wasn't a parent. All the kids were going nuts when I started cheering on his character of Claw.
Just Claw. One word. Like Madonna.
He was a villain, he was mean, and I loved that the kids were throwing candy at me. They were getting so upset, but I didn't care. I watched it anyway for Rupert because I watch every movie that he's in.
This is not goodbye.
I started singing bye bye.
Hi, sir. I'm Madonna's #1 fan. I'm meeting her in a few hours. Did you know she just remade the classic song American Pie?
Yeah, I just heard it yesterday.
Okay, so you should be able to sing along if I give you a line, right?
I think so. I'll try.
We started singing.
Bye, Miss American Pie. Drove the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
We started singing.
Bye-bye.
Miss American Pie.
Bye, Miss American Pie.
Drove the Chevy to the Mary. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
Good old boys who singing whiskey. We're singing.
And good old boys, we're drinking whiskey and rye.
We're singing. Drinking.
Whiskey and pies.
Whiskey and rye.
Singing this will be the day that time.
We started singing.
Ellen, guess what? What? You're going to see an advanced screening of the next You're kidding! You didn't tell me that! Oh my god, it's so amazing!
Madonna, I'm ready to see your new movie. I brought some hot tamales. I'll save you some, okay?
Hello?
He's leaving me.
Oh, don't stop him. Just let him go, Abby.
And then what?
Rush over to my house and tell me all about it.
Robert, look at me. I'm not 24 anymore.
I'm not even 34 anymore, so what?
1989. Maybe I'd like to have a family before it's too late. 1999.
You don't need to have a man to have a child.
I have something to tell you.
Is it bigger than the bread box?
Not yet.
Oh, that was incredible. That was so good.
Rupert Everett was so amazing in the whole movie. I mean, once again, he stole the show.
It's so good to finally see Madonna on the screen again.
I cannot wait to tell everyone to see it opening day. I can look up to Rupert Everett as a role model because he's so open about his sexuality. He doesn't apologize for anything that he's done. He doesn't apologize for who he is. He's encouraged some of my friends to come out of the closet and just admit to who they are. And I think that's amazing, and I hope that he continues to help people in that way.
You know how Rupert loves his English tea?
Right.
We're going to tea and sympathy.
Oh, this is so cool.
Okay,
let's go. Hi.
Hello, ladies.
Hi, we're here at Teen Sympathy, and I know this is one of Rupert's favorite hangouts.
How delightful to see you.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Why don't you have a seat in the corner and we'll get you all set up?
Okay. Where does he sit?
Well, he's sat here quite a few times.
How often does Rupert come here?
And whenever he's in town, he normally comes in. It's the only place he can get a decent cup of tea.
Your usual, Madonna.
This is Rupert's favorite tea. You might not like this. It's a bit smoky.
Okay, is this what Rupert drinks? What's it like? Actually pretty good.
Are you quite serious?
This is Rupert's dish of choice, shepherd's pie. That's a big part of Rupert's keep fit regimen. It's really low fat. Well, not really.
If Rupert eats it, I'll eat it.
Hey, yeah, it's part of what makes him look so
Thank
good.
you.
You'll be pleased to hear he's just as nice a person as you imagined.
Well, I hope
if
so.
not nicer. And he didn't pay me much to say that.
Toasting to Rupert. Yes, to Rupert. Cheers.
Cheers.
After seeing Madonna in movies, interviews, music videos, and hearing her on the radio, I'm going to be sitting with her face to face.
There's a difference between true fans that respect your privacy and give you space and people that, follow you everywhere.
What if she's really disappointed?
She's not going to be disappointed.
I can be very frosty when I'm nervous.
I'm a little worried, I don't know if I'm supposed to give him a hug or whatever. I'm a little worried about that.
No, I'm not nervous.
Okay, all
That's
right.
a lot to make me nervous.
Why don't we begin?
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
You don't have to be. I won't bite you.
You have to discipline them before the scene. You have to say, sit down, stand up, don't get goofy. And I tried it on Madonna, but it didn't work.
Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Miriam.
Hello, Miriam.
Thank
Sit
you.
back and relax.
Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I know you're so busy, especially right now with your movie and everything.
Oh, you're welcome. Where are you from?
I'm from Arlington, Texas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Texas girl.
Well, born in London.
Really?
Yes. I heard.
Oh, I like London.
Yeah, heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
You don't have to be. I won't bite you.
First of all, what was it like working with your friend Rupert Everett on this new movie of yours?
Well, one of the big reasons I wanted to do the movie was because I got a chance to work with one of my best friends.
You don't have to make a decision right now. But I've made up my mind and I'm having this baby. And you can be involved as much or as little as you like.
Well, I can't very well not be involved. I mean, It's not like I suddenly can stop knowing you or something, can I?
And I love him as a person, and I really admire him as an actor. And it was great working with him. It was a pleasure and a privilege.
Ow.
Come on, Robert. I'm offering you a choice. You can be the baby's father, or you can be the baby's uncle. I want you to be the father.
If you had to make a time capsule to represent everything you've done, so 500 years from now, people that haven't seen what's happened, what would you want to represent you?
Oh, gosh. That's a tough one.
Be a big time capsule.
I throw in all my records, all my favorite videos, my daughter's shoes, my boy toy belt, Truth or Dare. That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
In all your success and everything, are there ever any times where you would just say, that's it, I'm just going to stop, move to the country, and would you ever just want to give it up and do nothing?
I have not reached that point yet. Ask me in an hour.
Are you still in contact with anybody like from high school or back in Michigan, people you knew before all this started?
No.
No? None of them?
I left Michigan and I never looked back. I mean, I see my family and I go to Michigan, but just for my family.
What did you eat for breakfast this morning, if you don't mind me asking?
I didn't eat breakfast. I don't eat breakfast.
Ever?
No. Not usually, because it's not good to practice yoga with food in your stomach, otherwise you just throw it up. So I eat my breakfast at lunch, which is usually some toast, with strawberry jam. That's my favorite thing to eat.
What, I mean?
Margarine. No butter. I love butter, though.
What is your ultimate self-indulgence? To spoil yourself rotten?
Caviar.
Caviar? Beluga?
Yeah, it's good.
Do you have, this sounds kind of silly, but do you have a favorite image of yourself looking at how, whether it's a hairstyle or anything?
Oh, that's not a fair question.
In all of your looks. What do you feel most comfortable in?
Oh, I feel most comfortable the way I look now. The way I look on my album cover, my last record, and my Ray of Light video. Kind of more easygoing, natural. It's much less high maintenance.
She's got herself a universe
In all that you've done, everything, movies, music, everything, what are you most proud of?
My daughter. My finest work of art.
If you could turn back time, is there anything you would change, anything you would do differently?
Perhaps I would have had more time for people that I didn't give time to. Maybe I would have been kinder to people in the past than I was.
Where do we go from here? This isn't where we intended to be. We had it all. You believed in me. I believed in
your wildest dreams, did you ever think you would be where you are today?
Absolutely not.
Freedom comes when you learn to let go. Creation comes when you learn to say no.
And what about you?
Oh, never. Yesterday morning I woke up, normal day, going to work, put on my scrubs, and then 24 hours later I'm sitting here.
Did you tell all your friends you were coming?
Well, I had plans last night with some friends, and I called them and I said, if you want to see me, you're going to have to drive a little bit further because I'm in New York. And I was just nervous. And
are you still nervous?
A little bit, but I'm really happy right now. How's your family responded to all of your fame? How did they react at first?
I think at first they were a little bit uncomfortable. But so was I. I mean, it's a pretty big deal. And there they were going along with their lives, and suddenly they have news crews on their driveway and people calling them and asking questions about me. It was a bit intrusive and invasive at first, but they've gotten used to it. People leave them alone. They've learned how to say no to people, so that's good.
What do you think you've contributed most to this industry?
I don't know, the idea of being an individual, standing up for what you believe in, not caring what people think. I just believed in myself. I believed that I was going to make it, and I believed I had something to say.
Express yourself, don't repress yourself. Express yourself, don't repress yourself. Express yourself, don't repress yourself. Oops, I didn't know we couldn't talk about sex. Must have been crazy.
Did you go, or would you go to your high school reunion? Just show up and...
I never did.
No?
I wouldn't say absolutely not. Could be interesting. Could be quite scary.
Absolutely no regrets.
In all your success, is there anything that you haven't accomplished yet? Skydiving because you haven't had the time, or...
No. I'm not into extreme sports.
No.
What haven't I accomplished? I want to go to India. I'd like to travel more.
We'd never be apart.
I would like to write more. I'd like to read more. I mean, it's not that I haven't accomplished those things, but I'd like to do more of them.
I haven't heard all of the song, but a radio station in Dallas played a little 20-second clip of your version of American Pie. Did you love that song growing up?
I loved it growing up. I memorized every word of it, but I had, no intention of ever doing a remake of it. It wasn't my idea, it was Rupert's idea, and I was really nervous about it, and didn't think that, I really should take on such an undertaking, the remake of such a classical song.
I started singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day I die. This will be the day.
Madonna, I thank you so much for this incredible opportunity. This is more than a chance in a lifetime. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Have
too.
a safe trip.
Thank you so much.
You have to discipline them before the scene. You have to say, sit down, stand up, don't get goofy. And I tried it on Madonna, but it didn't work.
Want to meet and interview your favorite celebrity? Log on to fanatic.mtv.com and find out how.
Hi, Rupert.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very well.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
You come from Chicago.
I've come from Chicago.
So have I. That's amazing.
I can't believe my heart's in my throat.
Mine too. It's very weird.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm the one who's supposed to be nervous. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions, but I just got to see The Next Best Thing.
Oh, right, you saw it?
Last night, which was so amazing.
You can't be pregnant. We only did it once.
That's all it takes.
What, 8 martinis and you're stuffed?
That's right.
Wow. Doesn't take much to crack your egg, does it?
I loved it. You were so terrific in it. It was a lot more dramatic than I expected it to be.
Right. That's what I liked most about it when I came across it, because it starts off as a comedy.
Right.
And I like that
Right.
turns into this big drama.
I don't want to be some gay uncle who lives on the other side of the tracks with his roommate, Bruce. No one's supposed to talk to him. I want to be the baby's father. Forever and always.
I love your book, Hello, Darling, Are You Working?
I have a second book that never got
Right.
published here called The Hairdresser of Saint-Tropez.
No wonder I couldn't find it. But
Yeah.
it's funny because I work at a bookstore. And after I read Hello, Darling, Are You Working? I'm like, all right, everyone's got to read this. It's Rupert's book. I ordered all these copies of it. I put it on my staff recommendation
You're
list.
kidding.
I'm not kidding you.
So
And
cool. Thank you
everyone's
very
just
much.
like, what inspired you to write the book?
It was kind of one of those things that was a mistake. I was totally broke, as usual. And somebody suggested that I write a book about myself. I was about 28 years old, and nothing really had happened in my life. I got drunk one evening at home with some friends, and I wrote back to them saying the book would be called Hello, Darling, Are You Working? And the first line would be, from a very early age, I realized I'd never be a great actress. And the publishing house really, really liked the idea.
It's a great book. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Who's your favorite co-star so far?
An orangutan, Sam, who played in Dunstan Checks In.
Dunstan?
He was the most manipulative co-star that I've ever had, and I've had some. With an orangutan, which I've actually started using with my diva co-stars. You have to discipline them before the scene. You have to say, sit down, stand up, don't get goofy, and the orangutan does that. I tried it on Madonna, but it didn't work.
Obviously, you're one of my total role models, and I just wanted to tell you that one of the things I really admire about you is just how you're openly gay, and I think that's so admirable. Like, you've helped some of the people I know to just come out and say, this is who I am, and you're so unafraid about that. I know you've encouraged a lot. You don't mean to do it. You don't shout it from the rooftops or anything like that. But the fact that you let people know that is just fantastic, and you're so like
that's great.
unafraid. So thank you so much for doing that. I can't even. That means a lot to like me and a lot of people, I'm sure. So
that's fantastic.
That's so great. What was your biggest struggle or obstacle on your way to becoming the person that you are now?
Myself.
Yourself?
Probably. You know, when you're a kid, you don't value what you've got enough, I would say, and you think that youth is open-ended. And that's one of the great things about being young, but it's also one of the drawbacks. Certainly in regards to the success that I got now, I feel very much like I want to make the most of it, you know, explore the opportunities as much as I can, because I realize now, A, how difficult it is to come by, and B, you know, time marches on.
Okay, yes, that's it. Thank you so much.
Oh,
This has been such an honor. I can't even tell you.
Me too, that's great.
I can't even believe I'm talking to you. I'm still like, oh my gosh, it's Rupert Everett.
On the next FANatic.
The question every guy wants to know, do you have a boyfriend?
What is the most musical food?
I thought she was very sweet. I was very touched.
Thank you, Madonna, so much for this amazing opportunity. I will never forget this. This is my wildest dream come true.
She was so nice and so sweet, and I liked what she said about her friends and stuff like that. That was really nice.
Very articulate. I'm glad that my fans have all had an education.
I felt like I was an old friend just talking to him, you know, flying into New York, just to hang out with him.
I was kind of nervous during the whole thing.
This was the most amazing thing. I will never forget about this. My life is complete now. This has been so amazing.